Hello, I'm Mike Macedonio, and today I'm here with Ashley Shoemaker. She is a superstar inside of BNI. Ashley in 2020 was in the top 1% of members sponsoring members into BNI. In 2020 alone, she sponsored 4 people into BNI, and in total, she has sponsored 8 people. Now, Ashley is a social media marketing expert, but she's obviously an expert on inviting and bringing people into BNI. So I would like her to share, what are your secrets, Ashley? What are your secrets to be in the top 1% of BNI members in 2020?
So, I think the most important thing is committing to what you want to accomplish. And so BNI has transformed my life. I'm super passionate because of what it's done for me, how it's made me a better person, a better business owner, connected me with people that when I moved here from New York, I didn't know a single soul in 2012. And now I feel like California is my family. The people here, BNI is my family. And so when I commit to looking for visitors, for example, I commit to that time and I do exactly what I told myself that I'm going to do. And when I'm talking to people in BNI that could potentially be a visitor, I'm passionate and I share my stories. And I'm also good at sales, but so that might have something to do with it, but I'm not like a salesy person at all. I just tell my stories, let them know what has happened to me and other people. And if they're a good fit, they just join, and they believe the things that I say. And then I realized years ago that there's opportunities everywhere. You can find visitors everywhere. BNI has taught me this. They have taught me, everybody. You have taught me this. Your wife has taught me how to just think outside of the box. And then, being in the social media marketing this year, if I didn't think outside the box, I would have no clients right now. So during this time, I just think of opportunities. I always think of what can I do now? What can I do differently? How can I think outside the box? And that's led me to getting a lot of people that I could sponsor into BNI.
So you say you're good at sales, but you're not
Yes.
really salesy in doing this. What exactly are you saying besides your story? Let him say, yeah, Ashley, I'll show up.
So some of the things that I could say, I'll talk about maybe a power partner. Like, let's say there's a stager and she is maybe new to her business and she has no idea what a power partner is or who could be her power partner. And so I am trained to know who is going to help her, who are in certain chapters that could help her. And so I just bring, okay, this person does this and this is how they can help you. And I list all those things out. This person has done this. They've done this much business, because these people I know, and I know how well they're doing. And I just ramble on and on about all the stuff that I know. And they're just like, I never thought about that. And I never thought about that. And wow, that's great. And I don't think I've had anybody really say no to me in the last couple of years on coming to be a visitor.
So I just want to recap what I heard. All right. So when you're finding out what they do, and rather than invite them to a meeting, you invite them to meet specific people specifically that are going to be in their contact sphere, that could be good business relationships for them. And so they're not
Yes.
agreeing to come to your meeting, they're agreeing to come and meet the people that you think are important.
Yes, exactly.
Outstanding. Outstanding. It's brilliant. So with all the people that you've sponsored, you're creating a legacy. You're creating a legacy of people that are referring other people inside of your networks. Is there one in particular that you say, I feel good about this one? Not because you don't feel good about all of them, but one in particular?
So I have lots of stories. I would say almost all the people that I sponsored are still in BNI. And I tend to gravitate towards people who are like me, go-getters. I'm not going to waste your time. You're not going to waste mine. What can I learn from you? And where are all the people that I need to be a part of? Like, where are those groups of people? Like, help me find them. So not too long ago, I met a phenomenal mortgage broker on Meetup. I decided to create a Meetup account to try to get some new members into a starting chapter. And I knew what the culture was, and I knew who and what personalities I was looking for. So I wrote that out on the meetup description so I would attract those people. And she contacted me. I asked her a bunch of questions just to see like, where is she living? How far would the commute be when we finally do go back into person or in person? And just all the things that I normally would do just to find out like, would she be a good fit or not? And she was totally like the person I was looking for. You know, you ask for that, you write it, and then you get those people. It was like love at first sight when you find that exact person you're looking for. So thankfully, I was able to give her several referrals, 2 just last week. And then she's given me over $20,000 in closed business. And the best part is it took little to no effort to find her. I knew what I wanted. I put it out there, and then she came. And really, it was as simple as that.
How nice for her to have you not only as a sponsor, but it sounds like a wonderful referral source as well.
Yes.
So one last thing. If you were to share something with our viewers or listeners about B&I or marketing, obviously you're an expert in that area, what's the one thing that you would share with them?
Well, I have several things. So it takes time. If I had to choose one, you have got to give it time and you have to build those relationships. And if I can add a couple other things that have worked for me, you have to be authentic. Don't try to fake anything, be yourself. And you have to have experiences so you can share those stories. So if you're new at B&I, give it some time, pay attention, and you're gonna have all these stories that you can share. And if you don't have any stories, which is what somebody taught me, and maybe it was Trey or you, Mike, I'm not sure, but share someone else's stories. They work just as good. And one thing that I think stopped me from inviting when I first started was not knowing what to say. So if you don't know what to say, go to the B&I business builders, look up some scripts, and you can make them your own. And if I had to say anything else to end this, Mike, it would be the single greatest people skill is a highly developed and authentic interest in the other person. You have to want to care, and you have to just be there for that person. And givers gain, it just comes around and around and around.
Well, I hope that our listeners and viewers heard everything you said and actually wrote down everything you said. If you didn't, I encourage you to listen to this again, because every one of those points I think is transformational in your marketing. Being authentic, giving it time, telling stories, givers gain. If I missed any, I could rerun this, but I think those are all critical. Ashley, there's a reason why you're in the top 1%. And I think you showed us a lot of those reasons right now. If our viewers or listeners wanted to get in touch with you, what would be the best way for them to do that?
Sure. So you can type in my name, Ashley Shoemaker, into the BNI Connect app, or I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, and I'm a social media marketer. So if you are not on Instagram, or you are, you can follow me. You'll know exactly what I'm up to every day at Indigo Moments Photography or Indigo Social Media Marketing, and that is on Instagram.
Excellent.
Thank you so much, Mike, for having me today.
Oh, so it's wonderful to have you again, Ashley. I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.